Hello. I could do ear rape. No, that's not ear rape. That's ASMR. ASMR. Hello. I'll leave in 10 minutes, but okay, that's fine. The red cat, you're just like, oh wow. And yes, Corey, you were first, like always. You're a great supporter. Love it. How was school? It was alright. Got this hoodie from it. That's you don't need to see that. Shout out to all of these people. Yeah, you probably can't see it, but shout out to all of them. If you saw your name, then wait, no, you wouldn't see your name because whatever. Yeah, school was good. Yeah, you literally cannot see anyone's name. Alright, so I'm eating an ice cream. I have a good setup right here. I have my book. Oh, I'm not very good with cameras. I have loads of pieces of paper. I have loads of pens. These are the type of pens, they're like felt tips. I got my computer, blah 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 blah. And what I'm gonna do is I have a confession to make. I have not read. I should probably look at the camera. I've not read any of the books. Oh yeah. Yeah, I haven't read any of the books, which is quite depressing because, you know, me being a really exciting FNAF theorist, with me being a FNAF theorist, of course, not reading a book is like missing out a whole story. I know the books aren't technically canon to the story, but the fourth closet came out today, and so I want to read it, but you can't read it unless you've read the other books. So I've got Silver Eyes, I've got the Twisted one somewhere over there, and I think I might get the fourth closet as well, because you got to support Scott, come on. So, Jesus Christ. I was copying the face you were doing before someone commented. Alright. Hi Minister, by the way. Science, you out. Why are you calling me? Why are you calling me? No. Go away, Quarry. I'm not gonna call anyone today. If that's alright. I will go into a voice chat. I could tonight. I probably could. So I might tonight. Yeah, I'm just gonna read the chat and then I'm gonna get to reading. Science, you're at 1.2k subs. Yes, I am. Look at me, strong man. Oh my god, it actually looks like I have muscles because my the hoodie's too big for me. I have muscles. Right. Hola. Are you Spanish? Oh god, I think I got a splinter. Yeah, hello. Holmanator, or Holomanator. We need. I've only read the first half of Silver Eyes. Cool. I keep saying sister location. Wait, I'll catch you on Discord. I'm a bad person. Am I a bad person? No, you're not a bad person. You're really nice, honestly, because you always you always comment stuff on my videos, and I'm really appreciating of that. I'm just gonna finish this ice cream. You like that ice cream, don't you? Oh yeah. Right, okay. Let's make a deal. I have to keep this on my nose, and you all have to. If you all like the video, I will keep this on my nose for the rest of the for the rest of the stream. Hi Science. Hi Minecrafter Jake 64. I remember shouting you out. All right. So, what are we going to do today? So, again, I haven't read any of the books, which I hate, and it really makes me feel bad at night. Bad for other people. How many pages is the book? Let me check right here. 389. And I haven't read one of them. No, I have read like the first 20 pages, but then I forgot the story because I've got a short-term memory, and that's why I'm writing things down on paper as I'm reading it. So Yeah. So 390 pages. A lot. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is I'm not gonna read it because I get really bad throat disorder, as I call it. It's one of my things on my channel. I get bad throat disorder on my channel when I talk a lot on the stream. And so I'm going to leave it to Andy Matronic. And so Andy Matronic has made a really good, well, I'm hoping it's good, otherwise, yeah, she's made a really good audiobook for Silver Eyes, and it's about 8 hours long. So I'm not going to be streaming for 8 hours. I might stream for maybe 2 hours or something. And so you might get through about a quarter of the book, but hopefully we'll get at least past chapter 1. Okay. Okay. Good luck. Rip Sigh. Thank you, Quarry. I'm guessing you're going, don't you? What's your real name? I'm weirded out calling you Science. You know, I would prefer that you call me Science. That's completely fine. I would definitely rather you call me Science. However, my real name's Owen, but I don't like that name, so I'm like, yeah, call me Science, whatever. Smudgy. I used to be called Smudgy, so yeah, just only 390 pages, not that much. You have the kid of cancer and Ebola. Alright. Yeah, I'll be asleep at probably page 10. Yeah, yeah. That's what happened to me. I read the first 20 pages or so and died. Right, yeah, let's go. Thank you for keeping me alive. If I like die at any time in this stream, then please tell me. Right. Do I have audio on? Please tell me if the audio is fine, if I need to turn down the desktop volume or anything. Just tell me if the audio is alright. Cool. Hi, Warlord. Let's go, amigo. Okay, I'm so excited. I have no idea what happens in any of the books. I know they revisit an old pizzeria or whatever, but let's go. I'm gonna have the chat here so that I can still read off the chat. Let's go.
Five Nights at Freddy's: The Silver Eyes by Scott Cawthon and Kira Breed Wisely. Chapter 1. He sees me. Charlie dropped to her hands and knees. She was wedged behind a row of arcade games, cramped in the crawl space.
Can you hear me all right when I speak over?
Tangled electrical cords and useless plugs strewn beneath her. She was cornered. The only way out was past the thing, and she wasn't fast enough to make it.
I'm sorry. I need to finish this ice cream first. I probably should have finished it before we started. And I need to actually open the book. Alright. Wait, the eyes of Freddy aren't silver. Hello, Sai. Hi, Stinky Ink. Why is it silver eyes? Audio's fine. Facepalm. Hi, Adventures of Kyoki and Zara. Kinda. Yes, I hear you. It's all pretty much perfect. Cool. Oh my god, he is dead. Oh, please don't tell me if I'm dead. Title: Reading FNAF. Content: Listening FNAF. I'm gonna read it. Okay. I'm reading it as I'm listening. Okay. Do you guys want me to read it? I don't. I can read it. Do you want me to read the first chapter? The first chapter's 30 pages long. I can read the first chapter, then I can do the second chapter as the audio. Do you guys want me to do you want me to read? I can read. God, I'm gonna bring out my true dyslexia right here in this very stream. Wow, you're agreeing with Warlord. Hi, Dan. You want me to actually read it? I haven't read it before. I've read like 20 pages. It's referring to Foxy's eyes. I don't think it's pretty major spoiler though. Yeah, I've heard about that. I've heard the Foxy's all glitched out. That's why he's out of order in FNAF 1. Let's read through it. Of course, I'm gonna have my own opinions throughout this, so it's not just gonna be me reading it like an audiobook, but Wait, is there a science appliance store? No, there isn't a store. There isn't a store. It's just... If you want to donate, please donate in the description. You'll get shout-outs and stuff. I'm not forcing anyone to donate, so... lol, no. Charlie is a robot in the fourth closet. By the way, hi, Ice Cold Seamen 19821. Yeah, I've heard Charlie's a robot and everyone dies. Okay, thank you for spoiling it. I'll be the good guy here. By the way, Beef, don't read science merch. And Blackfoot Ferret's book theory is actually correct. Lol, there should be. Okay, I'm not reading any more, chat. I'm going to read the actual thing I should be reading. And that is... the book. I should not be doing this. Okay, please stop spoiling. Otherwise, I will have to ban you from the chat or something. I don't know how I do that. Hi, David. Okay. He sees me. Charlie dropped to her hands and knees. She was wet. Let's start again. He sees me. Charlie dropped to her hands and knees. She was wedged behind a row of arcade games, cramped in the crawl space between the consoles and the wall. Tangled electrical cords and useless plugs strewn beneath her. She was cornered. The only way out was past the thing, and she wasn't fast enough to make it. She could see him, stalking back and forth, catching flickers of movement through the gaps between the games. There was scarcely enough room to move, but she tried to crawl backward. Her foot caught on a cord. She stopped, contorting herself to carefully dislodge it. She heard the clash of metal on metal, and the furthest console rocked back against the wall. He hit it again, shattering the display, then attacked the next, crashing against them, almost rhythmically, tearing through the machinery, coming closer. Okay, so obviously we have... I like his nose, thanks. Obviously we have the introduction of Charlie here. Charlie, as we now know, is Henry's daughter. Looks like she's in a pizzeria. This could be a flash forward in the story, and then we're gonna have obviously the main story. This is like the prologue, I guess, or the sequel prequel, not the prequel sequel like FNAF 2. The sequel prequel. This is like the prologue that foreshadows what happens later. I think that's my theory. Again, your nose is disturbing me. Okay, stop spoiling the book. Your nose is disturbing me. I like his nose. Feel bad for the throat. Yeah, my throat really hurts right now, and I haven't done anything. High vitality. I always say vitality. Vitally, Italy. Don't spoil or Shrek will find you, because I'm the guy that killed Lamar Afton and also created it. Hi, White-Hand Weasel. Wait, I'll come back. Warlord, call him on Discord as a prank. No, you will not call me on Discord as a prank, because you've already done that, and I've set my thingy to offline, which I just realised does nothing, but whatever. Okay, so we have Charlie. I'm going to draw Charlie quickly. This was the plan for the stream. I'm going to draw Charlie in geranium ink. So I think Charlie looks like this. There we go. Wait, can you see it? I need to quickly check if you can see it. Yep, there you go. There's Charlie. Okay, there's an arcade machine. There's another arcade machine. I'm really simplifying it, aren't I? I should just read on. I should read the chapter and then write things down. I don't know. Or I should just do it as I'm reading it. That's because the plan was that I was listening to the audio and writing things down, but I can't read and write at the same time. Alright. I have to get out. I have to. The panicked thought was of no help. There was no way out. Her arm ached, and she wanted to sob aloud. Blood soaked through the tattered bandage, and it seemed as though she could feel it draining out of her. The console a few feet away crashed against the wall, and Charlie flinched. He was getting closer. She could hear the grinding of gears and the clicking of servos, ever louder. Eyes closed, she could still see the way he looked at her, see the matted fur and the exposed metal beneath the synthetic flesh. Suddenly, the console in front of her was wrenched away. It toppled over, thrown down like a toy. The power cords beneath her hands and knees were yanked away, and Charlie slipped, almost falling. She caught herself and looked up just in time to see the downward swing of a hook. Alright, that interests me. I used that section of Silver Eyes in the first part of the FNAF timeline. I didn't say that it was in the FNAF timeline. What I meant by that is just kind of an introduction, because the next line is "Welcome to Hurricane, Utah." And so we now know that it's set in Utah. All of FNAF is in Utah. Woohoo! It's not coming to flippin' UK. Woo! It's in the US. So sucks to be you in the US. If you live in Utah, be ready. Be ready for 2023. Oh my god, you guys, I've been talking so much. Okay, what I'm gonna do is what a lot of streamers do. I'm just gonna read random chat comments so that I don't have to read everything. I've been looking for this book everywhere in Greece. I found it in I was just in a store and I just came across it and I was like, oh my god, look, Silver Eyes. Oh my god, look, the twisted ones. And I was like, so yeah, I bought them both. It was an offer as well. I could get them both for £5 or only one of them for £4 or something. So that was cool. I actually have a ton of work to do before our vacation, so I'm going to go now, sorry. Okay, that's fine. You could listen to this before you leave. I mean, as you'll leave, whatever. What? What? Is there a fake Blackfoot ferret? Wow. Of course he's fake, because... Wait, is he verified? I don't know. Yeah, that's right. Who is that? Jenny saves science from this doom. Fake. Lamar Afton isn't canon. Who actually believes Bite Victim equals Mike? I don't want to believe that Bite Victim is Mike. By the way, that's a cool ASCII emoji. I don't want to believe that Bite Victim is Mike, but he is. I'm kind of done. Like, Bite Victim, it makes sense. Bite Victim has to be Mike. If Cassidy is Golden Freddy, who can the Bite Victim be? Eh? There's no one left for the Bite Victim apart from a load of people said Shadow Freddy, but I think Shadow Freddy's just a hallucination. I don't know. I really don't. It would only make logical sense if he was Michael. Alright, let's actually get on, because I've read one page and it hasn't been very interesting. Okay. Charlie smiled wearily at the sign and kept driving. The world didn't look any different from one side of the sign to the other, but she felt a nervous anticipation as she passed it. She didn't recognize anything. Then again, she hadn't really expected to. Not this far at the edge of town where it was all highway and empty space. Midnight motorist? That was so cringy. She wondered what the others would look like. Who they were now. 10 years ago, they'd been best friends. And then it happened. And everything ended. At least for Charlie. She hadn't seen any of them since she was 7 years old. They had written all the time as kids. Especially Marla, who wrote like she talked, fast and incoherent. But as they got older, they had grown apart. The letters had grown fewer and further between, and the conversations leading up to this trip had been perfunctory and full of awkward pauses. Charlie repeated their names as though to reassure herself that she still remembered them. Marla, Jessica, Lema, Carlton, Jean, and Michael. Michael was the reason for this trip, after all. It was 10 years since he died. 10 10 years since it happened. I know this is probably a different Michael, right? This is a different Michael. Please tell me this is Michael Brooks. This isn't Michael Afton. Although Michael Afton is in the story, isn't it? Because that's where we first got the name from. I don't know. I explained Silver Eyes to my parents, but it was but robots. Do you think Dorco will finish Ultimate Custom? Like, no, I don't. I think I will. Michael Brooks is gone, Freddy. Michael Brooks. That's what I was saying until Cassidy was released, and so now, no. Shut up. Okay. Someone spammed the link to this stream on the FNAF Kit Discord, really? Who are you on my thingy? Also, can you possibly change your name? I don't know, whatever. Just leave it, nobody cares. Nobody here is immature. Right. But how does it feel like talking to a camera? A lot of the time I don't look at the camera, but now I'm looking at the camera purposefully because you're talking to me about the camera. It feels weird, I guess, but I get used to it because, you know, videos and stuff. It's enjoyable because I actually have, like, a fan base right now. Like, I have fans somehow because I only have 1.2k subs. But, oi, raid. Sorry, that was before. But, yeah, talking to a camera is fine now for me. Because it feels like you guys are with me, because you guys are talking to me as I'm doing it. It's just a 10-second delay, so you know. Okay. Michael was the reason for this trip after all. It was 10 years since he died, 10 years since it happened, and now his parents wanted them all together for the dedication ceremony. They wanted all his old friends there when they announced the scholarship they were creating in his name. Charlie knew it was a good thing to do, but the gathering still felt slightly macabre. She shivered and turned down the air conditioning, even though she knew it was not the cold. As she drove into the town centre, Charlie began to recognize things. A few stores and a movie theatre, which was now advertising the summer's blockbuster hit. She felt a brief moment of surprise, then smiled at herself. What did you expect? That the whole place would be unchanged? A monument to the moment of your departure, frozen forever in July 1985? Well, that was exactly what she had expected. She looked at her watch. Still a few hours to kill before they all met up. She thought about going to the movie, but she knew what she really wanted to do. Charlie made a left turn and headed out of town. 10 minutes later, she pulled to a stop and got out. The house loomed up before her, its dark outline a wound in the bright blue sky. Charlie leaned back against the car, slightly dizzy. She took a moment to steady herself with deep breaths. She had known it would be there. An irresolute look through her aunt's bank books a few years before had told her that the mortgage was paid off and that Aunt Jen was still paying property taxes. These are too big words for me. I can't do taxes, mate. It had only been 10 years. There was no reason it should have changed at all. Charlie climbed the steps slowly, taking in the peeling paint. The third stair still had a loose board, and the rose bushes had taken over one side of the porch, their thorns biting hungrily into the wood. Lovely metaphor. Or personification. The door... Scott's actually quite a good writer, I must admit. The door was locked, but Charlie still had her key. She had never actually used it, as she took it from around her neck and slid it into the lock. She remembered her father putting its chain around her neck. In case you ever need it. Well, she needed it now. What is happening? What's happening in the chat right now? Okay, so... Electric fans. I don't know. Hello, the Foxy that was yiffed. Some idiot on the FNAF Discord called Vitally spammed the link to this stream. Is it on my Discord? It better not be. Oh, do you mean on the official? Do you mean on the official FNAF Discord? Stop it with yourself. No, I'm not. I didn't spam it. It was somebody in chat. Somebody in chat's called Vitally. I didn't spam it. I'm just here with a few people reading a book, and somebody spammed it on the official FNAF thingy. Oh my gosh. Hang on. Steve says, dude, WTF, someone shut down the FNAF Discord because some named Vitally used a bot to spam the link to this video. Yeah, that's how I feel too. Did you hear that? So wow. Okay, wait, let me put my book down. Okay. Let me just say something. Okay, so I'm sorry for whatever's happened. It's got nothing to do with me. I'm innocent. I haven't done anything. Before, back in chat, I can look back in chat. There's this person called Vitally Butramenko. Yeah, this person named Vitally was chatting in my chat before, and obviously she spammed the link on the official FNAF thingy, and I don't know what's happened. So someone shut down the official FNAF Discord. Okay. Why do people do this? Okay, firstly, I'm not that important. Like, why do people want to spam my video, my live stream or whatever on people's servers? You don't need to do that. Just, if you're gonna share a link, just share one link. You know, that's how you should do it. Secondly, I don't know, did I assume your gender? Secondly, just oh, what was I gonna say? Don't spam at all, because spamming is not really nice. Don't use a bot to do it. I mean, come on. Who uses bots these days apart from everyone? Okay. Yeah, that's... I don't want to get involved in this, okay? I'm going to carry on reading the books. Guys, if anybody else comes on this stream and says and asks or anything, who spammed the link to the stream, just tell them that it wasn't me, because I have been sat here reading a book. I'm not even on Discord right now. I'm offline, so yeah, okay. Bye, Minecrafter Jake. You've been great here. Like, let's carry on reading the book. I've been doing this for half an hour, and I'm 3 pages through because, God, you got a bot to spam in every single channel in the server. Now that's not cool, is it? That really isn't cool. And now a load of people are gonna put the blame on me, so that's not cool. Yeah, you shut down the Discord. Wow. Okay. I'm not getting involved in this. I'm not even on the FNAF Discord, so anybody who tells me that I did it, I can't, because I'm not on the Discord. So, yeah. I'm just going to carry on reading the book and forget about all of this. I haven't spammed anything. Please tell people who come here that I didn't do it. It was a guy named Vitality, or a girl, or whatever. I'm not assuming your gender. Okay. Let's actually read the book, because I'm three pages through after 30 minutes. Okay. The door opened easily, and Charlie looked around. She didn't remember much about the first couple of years here. She had only been 3 years old, and the memories had faded together in the blur of a child's grief and loss, of not understanding why her mother had to go away, clinging to her father every moment, not trusting the world around her, unless he was there, unless she was holding tightly to him, burying himself in the flannel shirts and the smell of grease and hot metal and him. And him. Sorry, I'm getting my throat disorder. And I've lost where I am. Great. Oh, here we go. The stairs stretched straight up in front of her. Nice use of sibilants there. But she did not move directly to them. Instead, she went into the living room, where all the furniture was still in place. She had not really noticed it as a child, but the house was a little too large for the furniture they had. Things were spread out too widely in order to fill the space. The coffee table was too far from the couch to reach, the easy chair too far across the room to carry on a conversation. There was a dark stain in the wooden floorboards near the centre of the room. Charlie stepped around it quickly and went to the kitchen, where the cupboards held only a few pots, pans and dishes. Charlie had never felt a lack of anything as a child, but it seemed now that the unnecessary enormity of this house was a sort of apology, the attempt of a man who had lost so much to give his daughter what he could. So we know that Henry is obviously Charlie's father, and so we know that Henry was a good parent, you know. He always had a way of overdoing whatever he did, and he lost so much to give his daughter what he could. So he cared about his daughter. He wasn't like William Afton, who kind of killed his own son. Blah 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 blah. You raised the age limit to comment to 700 days. What? Dude, you just played yourself. The Discord is back up. Nice. Cool. Why is there so many... I'm not... a face reveal. I mean, I've revealed my face many times. By the way, hi Ender Zachbot Indo Gamer. Sorry, I really struggle with words today. Who spammed the link? Yeah, it wasn't me. It was a guy called... I can't say guy because then people will say I'm assuming their gender. It was somebody called Vitali. I don't know. Honestly, I've just been here sitting reading a book for you guys, and loads of people joined because blah blah blah, because spam. You know. Will you save this live stream and not delete it? Yeah, I will save it, so you can come back and listen to me read if you want. I don't know why you want to do that. Okay. Back to the book. The last time she was here, the house had been dark and everything felt wrong. She was carried up the stairs to her bedroom, although she was 7 years old, and could have gone quicker on her own 2 feet. But Aunt Jen had stopped her on the front porch, picked her up and carried her, shielding her face as though she were a baby in the glaring sun. In her room, Aunt Jen set Charlie down and closed the bedroom door behind him. She told her to pack her suitcase, and Charlie had cried because all the things could never fit into the small case. So this is a flashback, right? It said like Italy. And also I have many olds. Yeah, I can hear Science Plants read at any time. Yeah, you can. If you want me to, I can make audio books. I don't know if I will, because it takes a lot of effort, and I mean a lot of effort. But Vitali is the idiot that spammed the whole horrible Lama Afton macro and turned it into a meme. And sorry for the late. No, it's fine. I'm only 7 pages through, okay? You know, I've read that much, and I've got this much to go. And he spammed dumb stuff on the FNAF subreddit. Okay. Yeah, please do stop. Spamming is not good, and I mean nothing is really that great. Will you play UCN? Of course. Not on stream though, because I can't really record it because my recording power isn't that great. But I'll probably record it. I've got a setup for recording my screen well, like with a high FPS, but it's hard to do, so I don't know. I'm not gonna be able to stream it. He got IP banned from the FNAF subreddit. Jeez. I don't understand why people do this stuff. Like, why? Is it for desperation? Is it for looking cool? I don't know. But it isn't cool. Right. I don't know what that was. Right, we can come back for the rest later, Aunt Jen said, her impatience leaking through as Charlie hovered indecisively at her dresser, trying to decide which t-shirts to bring along. They had never come back for the rest. Charlie mounted the stairs, heading to her old bedroom. The door was partially cracked, and as she opened it, she had the giddy feeling of displacement, as though her younger self might be sitting there among the toys, might look up and ask Charlie, "Who are you?" Charlie went in. So I know about the spoilers in the fourth closet. I don't want to spoil anything, but I don't want to spoil everything. But maybe could that be a foreshadowing to the fact that there might be more than one Charlie? I'm not gonna say in what way, but could it be some sort of parallelism? You know. You retracted the message, okay. I always forget where I am. Oh, there we go. Like the rest of her house, her bedroom was untouched. The walls were pale pink, and the ceiling, which sloped dramatically on one side to follow the line of the roof, was painted to match. Her old bed still stood against the wall beneath a large window. The mattress was still intact, although the sheets were gone. The window was cracked, slightly open, and rotting lace curtains wavered in the gentle breeze from outside. There was a dark water stain in the paint beneath the window where the weather had gotten in over the years, betraying the house's neglect. Charlie climbed onto the bed and forced the window shut. It obeyed with a screech, and Charlie stepped back and turned her attention to the rest of the room, to her father's creations. So we now know that Henry, her father, has created animatronics in his garage. Yeah, it doesn't say that yet, but I remember reading that. What if Fredbear is Shadow Freddy? No, Fredbear is Golden Freddy. If Fredbear is Golden Freddy and Shadow Freddy's a different entity, then no, they're not the same. I am... Okay, sorry. That was really obvious what I was doing. Right. Just please don't. No inappropriate stuff. Even your name is inappropriate. I mean, come on. Come on. We have little kids in here. Right. Their first night in the house, Charlie had been afraid to sleep alone. She did not remember the night, but her father had told her about it often enough that the story had taken on the quality of memory. She sat up and wailed until her father came to find her, until he scooped her up and held her and promised her he would make sure she was never alone again. The next morning, he took her by the hand and led her to the garage, where he set to work keeping that promise. Okay. The first of his inventions was a purple rabbit. Purple... Oh, yeah, Theodore, sorry. I was like, Shadow Barney? Right. Now grey with age from years of sitting in the sunlight, her father had named him Theodore. He was the size of a 3-year-old child. Oh, that's smaller than I thought. Her size at the time. Again, I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil the fourth closet, but 3 years old is quite a revelation, let me say. The fact that she was 3 when everything like this was happening. Maybe I can lay some ground down there, because there might be something in the fourth closet that that foreshadows. I love how everything links in these books. This is amazing. I mean, the games are the same, but the fact that the book is more imagination rather than visuals, and I can still link things, is amazing. Alright. The first of... Oh, sorry, I've read that. And he had plush fur, shining eyes, and a dapper red bow tie. He didn't do much, only waved a hand, tilted his head to the side, and said in her father's voice, "I love you, Charlie." But it was enough to give her a night watcher, someone to keep her company when she could not sleep. Right now, Theodore sat in a white wicker chair in the far corner of the room. Charlie waved at him, but not activated, he did not wave back. After Theodore, the toys got more complex. Some worked and some did not. Some seemed to have permanent glitches, whilst others simply did not appeal to Charlie's childish imagination. Alright, so it looks like she's going back to her childhood, almost. Back when she was 3 years old, and again, like I keep saying, 3 seems like a significant age right now. So she's going back to her childhood. And I don't know what that means for the story, of course. I've read the first 20 pages and that's it. But she's obviously going back to her childhood and getting all these memories back, because she's lost all the memories because of a reason that we also find out in the fourth closet, which blew my mind at first. But again, I don't want to reveal it because a lot of people are reading the fourth closet right now, so... Okay, oh, speaking of closets, I just read the thing on the next page. Right, she knew her father took those back to his workshop and recycled them for parts, though she did not like to watch them be dismantled. But the ones that were kept, those she loved, they were here now, looking at her expectantly. Sorry, I thought I was in the wrong place. Expectantly, smiling. Charlie pushed a button beside her bed. It gave way stiffly, but nothing happened. She pushed it again, holding it down longer, and this time across the room, and with the weary creak of metal on metal. Parallelism. The unicorn began to move, metal on metal. Bing, 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 you know, and the thing in the start of the story again. I'm sorry, I'm reading chat again. Where can you get the fourth closet book in online? So, I know you can get an audiobook off of Amazon for free, if you have the free 30-day free trial. You can get 2 books with that. One of them, of course, the fourth closet, and the other you can spend it on whatever you want. But I know you can read it online off of audiobooks. I haven't seen a PDF yet of the fourth closet audiobook, but someday, hopefully next week, we are going to be there. We're going to be here with a fourth closet book in our hands, reading the fourth closet, hopefully. But we haven't even finished the first chapter yet, so there's no way. Hi, the Tolherquents. Yeah, kind of a French accent in the middle. Please. Okay, whatever. WTF is wrong with you? Yeah, I know, right? The first chapter, I think I kind of planned to read 2 chapters, I guess. I didn't even plan to read. I planned to listen. It might get to the point where I just do 1 chapter for now. I'm sorry. Oh my god, I've still got quite a long way to go. It's 30 pages in total. I'm a third. Yeah. I'm now in, obviously, I'm now the third the way through. I'm on page, if you guys want to read with me, which would be quite cool, I'm in page 8. Okay. The unicorn. Charlie had named him Stanley for some reason she could no longer remember. Is there a reason why it's called Stanley then? There must be a reason. Was made of metal and had been painted glossy white. He trundled around the room on a circular track, bobbing his head stiffly up and down. The track squealed as Stanley rounded the corner and came to a stop beside the bed. Charlie knelt beside him on the floor and patted his flank. His glossy paint was chipped and peeling, and his face had given over to rust. His eyes were lively, gazing out of the decay. You need a new coat of... Let me begin that again. You need a new coat of paint, Stanley, Charlie said. The unicorn stared ahead, unresponsive. At the foot of the bed there was a wheel, made of patched-together metal. It had always reminded her of something she might find on a submarine. Charlie turned it. It stuck for a moment, then gave way, rotating as it always did, and across the room the smallest closet door swung open. Out sailed Ella on her track, a child-sized doll bearing a teacup and saucer in her tiny hands like an offering. Okay, the first time I read these few pages, there we go. Sorry, I always go in silence when I do that. Yeah, the first time I read this through, I saw the name Ella and I instantly thought it was just a little girl, and I was like, why the hell does she have a little girl in her own room? Now I've read that it's actually a doll. Because for some reason, when I read, I don't understand anything when I read, so you know. Wow. Yeah, sure, why not? I'm sorry. I get like the, do you want to keep this message or do you want to delete this message because it's got inappropriate content in? And of course his name is so yeah, the gaming P, the gaming ding dong. Ella's plaid dress was still crisp and her patent leather shoes still shone. Perhaps the closet has protected her from the damage of the damp. Charlie had an identical outfit, back when she and Ella were the same height. "Hi, Ella," she said softly. As the wheel unwound, Ella retreated to the closet again, the door closing behind her. Charlie followed her. The closet has been built to align with the slant of the ceiling, and there were 3 of them. So, the 4th closet doesn't exist yet, right? Am I right about that? I don't know. Obviously these closets have big influences on the stories, and so that's probably why. I keep forgetting where I am. Next to it was one a foot or so smaller, and a 3rd closet to the bedroom door was the same height as the rest of the room. She smiled, remembering. "Why do you have 3 closets?" That's my voice for John. "Why do you have 3 closets?" John had demanded the first time he came over. She looked at him blankly, confused by the question. "'Cause that's how many there are," she said finally. She pointed defensively to the little one. "That one's Ella's anyway," she added. John nodded, satisfied. "Okay, so you got a doll in the closet. Hopefully that doesn't turn into a nightmare animatronic." Hello, the Foxy that Yift. I already said hello to you before. Meme bin. Why are there so many people who have just weird names and weird profile pictures? Come on, guys, you're so immature. There's no pornography here. Come on. Charlie shook her head and opened the door to the middle closet, Or tried to. The knob stopped with a jolt. It was locked. She rattled it a few times, but gave up without much conviction. She stayed crouched low to the floor and glanced up to the tallest closet. Her big girl closet that she would someday grow into. You won't need it until you're bigger, her father would say. For that day never came. The door now hung open slightly, but Charlie didn't disturb it. It hadn't opened for her, it had only given way to time. As she moved to stand, she noticed something shiny, half hidden under the rim of the locked middle door. She leaned forward to pick it up. It looked like a broken off piece of a circuit board. She smiled slightly. Nuts, bolts, scraps, and parts that had turned up all over the place once upon a time. Her father always had stray parts in his pockets. He would carry around something he was working on, set it down, and forget where it was, or worse, put something aside for safe keeping, never to be seen again. There was also a strand of her hair clinging onto it. She unwound it carefully from the tiny lip of metal it was stuck on. Finally, as though she had been putting it off, Charlie crossed the room and picked up Theodore. His back had not faded in the sun, like the front of his body, and it was the same rich dark purple she remembered. She pressed the button at the base of his neck, but he remained lifeless. His fur was threadbare, one ear hanging loose by a single rotting thread, and through the hole she could see the green plastic of his circuit board. Charlie held her breath, listening fearfully for something. Oh, you, Lee. Lee. It goes like, Lee. Yeah, I think it's supposed to say I love you, Charlie, but it's like the audio's cuts out. Blah 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 blah. BRB. Ew. Guys, please just stop. Please just stop talking about immature things. Firstly, there's a lot of children here. Well, I don't know if there is or not. They're probably all in school or something. But there's some children here. There's gonna be some children watching. So please don't be immature. We're all adults. If you're not you're an adult if you're not a child. So if you're being immature, then that's just stupid. You're grown adults. Oh my God, why are there so many people who are being so stupid today? I'm not talking about you, Ice Swallow Seaman 2534. I said that correctly. I'll just call you Ice. Who said, well, I'm gonna sub. Thank you, guy. Thank you so much. I subbed and clicked the bell. Thank you. I will just go back to working on my ANH fan edit and avoid you guys disturbing me. That's probably the best thing to do. If I was watching right now, I probably would go because of the stupid adults in the stream right now who are ruining the stream. Just remember that, guys. Right. I forgot where I am again. Oh. Lee, the rabbit said with barely audible halting noise. And Charlie set him down, her face hot and her chest pinched tight. She had not really expected to hear her father's voice again. I love you too. So we know that inside of the animatronics or whatever is Henry's voice. That's quite obvious. See, that's nasty, oh my god. It might be one guy with a bunch of alts. That's true, it could be. And if it is, you're so... I honestly can't contemplate. I don't understand why there are humans in the world who do this. Speaking of alts, oh god. Please no. Oh, is it because you're called White Hand Weasel? Oh no. Hey, I can never pronounce your name. Can you tell me how to pronounce your name? Because you come in quite a lot of my FNAF streams, and I never know how to pronounce your name, so I never say it. Zehra. Was that right? Zehra. Just tell me how to say it. Blah 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 blah. Let me just check something. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Guys, if you want to follow along, we're on page 11. I've spent 55 minutes and I'm on page 11. Okay, pretty good. Okay. Charlie looked around the room. When she was a child, it had been her own magical world, and she was possessive of it. Only a few chosen friends were ever even allowed inside. She went to her bed and set Stanley moving on his track again. She left, closing the door behind her before the little unicorn came to a halt. She went out the back door to the driveway and stopped in front of the garage that had been her father's workshop. Half buried in the gravel a few feet away was a piece of metal, and Charlie went to pick it up. It was jointed in the middle, and she held it in her hands, smiling a little as she bent it back and forth. An elbow joint, she thought. I wonder who that was going to belong to. I find that answer vague and unconvincing. I don't remember that. Do you watch Stranger Things? No, I don't, unfortunately. You know, that's a TV program, right? I don't really watch TV anymore. It's all YouTube for me. I don't even watch YouTube anymore. I will be honest. I only watch like updates from Dorco. I guess a little bit of Game Theorists because you know they're great. I watch a bit of Fortnite, I guess, but I don't watch TV anymore. The last time I watched the TV was probably when I was about 3. The FNAF movie script is done. You see, I don't really believe you because you know you kind of spammed loads of bots on loads of websites, so I don't really believe you. I'm back. Hi, back. You just got contacted. What did you get contacted with? Who contacted you? What, like the managers or something of the Discord? I hate this so much. I need a rest. Right now is night time in my place. Right now it is 3:07 in the afternoon. And I mean, I was hoping to stream for a few hours, but my my throat disorder is just like, I can't do it. He got contacted. Oh yeah, by the way, what happened? To anybody who didn't know, he spammed, or she, or I keep saying that because one time they said, do you assume my gender? One time they spammed this live stream link with a bot on the official FNAF Discord server and on Reddit. Well, maybe not on Reddit, but on the official FNAF Discord server, loads of people came and told me that I spammed the link and I'm an idiot. So yeah. Whoa, you just make Dorco voice. A lot of people say that I am kind of Dorco's brother or something. You know, Dorco's son. Hey Dorco, come here. That happened in my dream once. He did a ton of teasers and trailers for the FNAF movie, so it's not real. Okay. Yeah, a lot of people say that I'm a bit like Dorco. I don't feel like I look like Dorco, but that's a compliment, I guess, if I look like Dorco. And hopefully I'm going to beat 50/20 mode. Not really. That's a good point. I haven't checked Scott Games today. I bet it's just black again, isn't it? Yeah, it's just black. View source code. Nope, it's still what is paragraph 4. I can't believe Fredbear is coming. That's mind blowing to me. I made a video last night. I made that video in 10 minutes. If you can't tell, I wasn't really that happy with it, but I made a video in 10 minutes explaining the story of how Fredbear came to Ultimate Custom Night, and so yeah. For me, your talking style is like Dorko. Okay, I can see that. I can see that. Alright, back to the story. I have like no water left, so how am I going to entertain you whilst I go get water? The script for the movie is finished. Also, the movie is its own universe. I don't think... I mean, we all know that it's a different universe. It can't take place in the games universe, and it can't take place in the book universe. So, well, actually, it could take place in the book universe, but we don't know really. And I don't know how you know that the script is finished or whatever. You need to send link as proof, because I don't believe you right now, because you kept spamming things, and you're a troll, and you're a prankster. I tried Scottish or something like that. How am I going to entertain you whilst I go get a drink? I don't know. I really don't know. I'm back. I'm not a troll, just chatting. No, not you. I meant vitally. What is paragraph 4? Paragraph 4. I really don't know what paragraph 4 is. I don't know. I haven't really looked at that yet. I don't think it's that important to like the timeline or anything. It's just paragraph 4. You know, fourth paragraph. Fourth paragraph. No, I'm joking. Fourth closet. No. Right. I need to read this because I haven't even read through the first chapter yet, and it's been an hour. So I'm gonna read through the first chapter and end. I hate doing that, but you know. Let's try and speed through the next 10 pages. I'm on page 11 right now, and so hopefully I can, you know. She had stood in this exact spot many times before. She closed her eyes and the memory overwhelmed her. She was a little girl again, sitting on the floor of her father's workshop, playing with scraps of wood and metal as though they were toy blocks, trying to build a tower with the uneven pieces. The shop was hot, and she was sweaty, grime sticking to her legs as she sat in her shorts and sneakers. Sneakers. Get some nuts. She could almost smell the sharp metallic odour of the soldering iron. Her father was nearby, never out of sight, working on Stanley the unicorn. Stanley's face was still unfinished, like Bonnie. One side white and shining and friendly, while with a gleaming brown eye that seemed almost to see. The other half of the toy's face was all exposed circuit boards and metal parts. Charlie's father looked at her and she smiled back, beloved. In the darkened corner behind her father, barely visible, hung a jumble of metal limbs, a twisted skeleton with burning silver eyes. There's the silver eyes. A jumble of metal limbs, so that's Foxy, right? Is that the endoskeleton of Foxy? I don't know. Let's just hear Science reading the first chapter, Silver Eyes, yeah. Didn't Vitally make a subreddit called r/Blackfoot Ferret, lol. I don't know, did he? Okay, the gaming, you know who you are. Please do not say any more immature content, otherwise I will ban you from ever speaking. Oh snap, he's back. Right. Again, I've lost where I am. Every once in a while, it gave an uncanny twitch. Charlie tried never to look at it, but as her father worked, as she played with her makeshift toys, her eye was drawn back to it again and again. The limbs, contorted, seemed almost mocking, the thing a ghastly jester. What? And yet there was something about it that suggested enormous pain. "Daddy?" Charlie said, and her father did not look up from his work. "Daddy?" she said again, more urgently, and this time he turned to her slowly, as though not fully present in the world. "What do you need, sweetie?" She pointed at the metal skeleton. "Does it hurt?" She wanted to ask the question, but when she looked into her father's eyes, she could not. She shook her head. "Nothing." That must be a really awkward conversation thing. I'm hiding that. I can't. Yeah, that must be a really awkward conversation, like, "Daddy?" "What?" "Nothing." Although I do that quite a lot. Alright. He nodded at her with an absent smile and went back to his work. Behind him, the creature gave another awful twitch, and his eyes still burned. Okay, this is Foxy then, because Foxy twitches and glitches out a lot. That's why he's out of order in FNAF 1. It kind of relates to that. And a lot of the books we can actually take from the universe to the other universe. Steve, just stop. Steve, just don't say that. I'm new in this channel. I really like this FNAF theory channel. Thank you very much. A lot of my FNAF theories you'll find out are very wrong. My previous FNAF theories, that is. I have a gigantic timeline video. It's 42 minutes long. If you want to go watch that, I mean, you've pretty much watched 40 minutes here. But if you want to watch the FNAF timeline, I suggest doing that. It came out a few days after FNAF 6, so it's obviously really wrong, but it will catch you up on what I used to say, and then the videos after that will catch you up on what's wrong about them and how I correct them. And I'm going to be making a timeline pretty soon as well, after UCN comes out, because obviously there's going to be some theories going around after that comes out. Charlie shivered and drew herself back to the present. She glanced behind her, feeling exposed. She looked down, and her gaze fixed on something. 3 widely spaced grooves in the ground. She knelt, thoughtful, and ran her finger over one of them. The gravel was scattered away, the marks worn heavily into the dirt. A camera tripod of some sort? It was the first unfamiliar thing she'd seen. The door to the workshop was cracked open slightly, inviting, but she felt no desire to go inside. Quickly she headed back to her car, but she stopped as soon as she settled into the driver's seat. Her keys were gone, having probably fallen out of her pocket somewhere inside the house. She retracted her steps, merely glancing into the living room and kitchen before heading up to her bedroom. The keys were on the wicker chair, beside Theodore the rabbit. She picked them up and jangled them for a moment, not quite ready to leave the room behind. She sat down on the bed. Stanley the unicorn had stopped beside the bed as he always did, and as she sat she patted him absently on the head. It had grown dark while she was outside, and the room was now cast in shadows. Somehow, without the bright sunlight, the toy's flaws and deterioration were thrown into sharp relief. Theodore's eyes no longer shone, and his thin fur and hanging ear made him look like a sickly vagabond. When she looked down at Stanley, the rust around his eyes made them look like hollow sockets, and his barred teeth, which she had always thought of as smile, became the awful, knowing grin of the skull. Charlie stood up, careful not to touch him, and hurried toward the door, but her foot caught on the wheel beside the bed. She tripped on the tracks, and fell sprawling to the floor. There was a whir of spinning metal, and as she raised her head, a small pair of feet appeared under her nose, clad in shining patent leather. She looked up. There above her was Ella, glaring down at her, silent and uninvited, her glassy eyes almost appearing to see. The teacup and saucer were held out before her with a military stiffness. Charlie got up cautiously, taking care not to disturb the doll. She left the room, stepping carefully to avoid accidentally activating any other toys. As Charlie went, Ella retreated to her closet, almost matching her pace. Jesus Christ, my throat is hurting. Right. I made a terrible FNAF theory that included Shadow Foxy. Like last year. Wow. Oh, that would explain why your profile picture is Shadow Foxy then. What was your theory? How would you make a theory about Shadow Foxy, a character that doesn't even exist? When I saw Sister Location Custom Night Final cutscene, I thought Michael was Springtrap. And then a few months, I realised that Michael is not Springtrap. Yeah, Michael is the actual purple guy, but William is the more well-known purple guy. So in a way, William Afton is a shadowy figure. That's why he's purple. But Michael is a real purple guy because his skin is rotting and he's going purple. Hi Adolf Hitler, glad that you could join us. Please don't start something. I won't say too much because that might be racist. Yeah, the P has now a new nickname. Oh, is that the same guy? Oh. Oh, yeah, it is. Wow. YouTube blocks it if you say Adolf Hitler in chat. That's weird. I guess they don't want you to be like racist or go against World War II or whatever. Good old 1945, right. Again, I've lost where I am. Woohoo, I'm so good at this. Oh, Charlie hurried down the stairs, seized by an urgency to get away. In the car, she fumbled the keys 3 times before sliding into place. That shows how she's kind of scared and shivering and stuff. She backed too fast down the driveway, running recklessly over the grass of the front yard, and sped away. After about a mile, Charlie pulled over on the shoulder and turned the car off, staring straight ahead through the windshield, her eyes focused on nothing. She forced herself to breathe slowly. She reached up and adjusted the rear view of the mirror so she could see herself. She was expected to see pain, anger and sorrow written all over her face, but they never were. Her cheeks were pink and her round face looked almost cheerful, like always. Her first weeks living with Aunt Jen, she heard the same things over and over when Aunt Jen introduced her. What a pretty child. What a happy-looking child she is. Charlie always looked like she was about to smile, her brown eyes wide and sparkling, her thin mouth ready to curve up, even when she wanted to sob. The incongruity... Sorry, these are very big words for Tuesday afternoon. The incongruity was a mild betrayal. She ran her fingers through her light brown hair as though that would magically fix its slight frizziness and put the mirror back into position. I'm so tired. Oh god, hi Chefro. Oh god, Jeff's here. Don't carry on watching, because this has got nothing to do with you. Black for Ferret still thinks Lamar Afton is canon. Yeah, sure he does, sure. Now he's mentally insane. Great. Appliance has 1k subs, but he has low views. I have 1.2k subs. A few of, like, I used to, back when I was on, like, 300 subs or something, I used to get so many views on my FNAF theories. It was insane, because I released a FNAF theory about FNAF 6 the day after FNAF 6 came out. I think it was, like, 6 hours after FNAF 6 came out. So that I used to get loads of views back then. If you look back on my older videos, one of my videos has like 30,000 views. I know a lot more have about 10,000, but the timeline one has 30,000 views, and I'm pretty proud of it. It's got about 500 likes, I think. I haven't checked recently. Quite a few hundred comments as well. By victim possesses no one. Yeah. Purple Guy's the killer. Purple Guy's the killer. Purple Guy was part of the missing children incident, not as a child, but obviously as the killer. I don't know why I held a knife. And Cassidy is Golden Freddy. Yeah, Cassidy is Golden Freddy. That means the bite victim isn't Cassidy, and the bite victim isn't Golden Freddy. Bite victim is Michael. It's the only other logical solution. Why is that your name? I really hate people sometimes on YouTube. I love you. I love you so much. The reason I don't love you so much, firstly, you don't give me money. Secondly, there's people like this. You need to sort these guys out. You need to put some sort of name filter or something. I don't know. You have such creative names. Yeah, exactly. So creative. And then there's Adolf Hitler. Okay. I really need to finish this today because, you know, I'm on page 15 and it's been 75 minutes. She turned the car back on and searched for a radio station, hoping music might bring her fully back to reality. She flipped from station to station, not really hearing what any of them were playing, and finally settled on an AM broadcast with a host who seemed to be yelling condescendingly at his audience. She had no idea what he was talking about, but the brash and annoying sound was enough to jar her back to the present. The clock in the car was always wrong, so she checked her watch. It was almost time to meet her friends at the diner that they had chosen, near the centre of town. Charlie pulled back onto the road and drove, letting the sound of an angry talk host soothe her mind. When she reached the restaurant, Charlie pulled into the lot and stopped, but did not park. The front of the diner had a long picture window all across it, and she could see right inside. Though she had not seen them for years, it took her only a moment to spot her friends through the glass. Jessica was easiest to pick out from the crowd. She always enclosed pictures with her letters, and right now she looked exactly like her last photo. Even seated, she was clearly taller than either of the boys and very thin. Though Charlie could not see her old outfit, she was wearing a loose white shirt with an embroidered vest, and she had a brimmed hat perched on her glossy shoulder-length brown hair, with an enormous flower threatening to tip it off her head. She was gesturing excitedly about something as she spoke. Let me read the chat again. Your name is disturbing. Me too, seriously. Got to go, sorry, can't watch the live stream to the end. I have to go to sleep. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to end the live stream soon anyway, once I finish chapter 1. I think you are all mental. So do I. You are too. Somebody get me a drink. Oh, I see you have a drink there. Can I just thank you? I tried. Did it work? I don't know if it worked. I'm gonna watch the stream. No, it didn't work. I was supposed to grab a drink from one of you. Okay. I'm really warm. It's actually, I swear it's like 20 degrees in here. It's never 20 degrees where we live. Okay. Oh, I'm fed up. The two boys were sitting next to each other, facing her. Carlton looked like an older version of his redhead childhood self. He still had a bit of a baby face, but his features had refined, and his hair was carefully tousled and held in place by some alchemical hair product. He was almost pretty for a boy, and he wore a black workout shirt. though she doubted she'd ever work out a day in his life. He slouched forward on the table, resting his chin in his hands. Beside him, John sat closest to the window. John has been thinking about the kind of child who got dirty before he even went outside. There would be paint on his shirt before the teacher handed out the watercolours, grass stains on his knees before they came near a playground, and dirt under his fingernails just after he washed his hands. Ugh! Charlie knew it was him, because he had to be. But he looked completely different. The grubbiness of the child had been replaced by something crisp and clean. He was wearing a neatly pressed light green button-down shirt, the sleeves rolled up and the collar open, preventing him from looking too uptight. He was leaning back confidently in the booth, nodding enthusiastically, apparently absorbed in whatever Jessica was saying. The only concession to his former self was his hair, sticking up all over his head, and he had a 5 o'clock shadow, a smug, adult version of the dirt he always covered in as a kid. Charlie smiled to herself. John had been something like a childhood crush, before either of them really understood what it meant. He gave her cookies from his Transformers lunchbox, and once in kindergarten, he took the blame when she broke the glass jar that held coloured beads for arts and crafts. She remembered the moment when it slipped from her hands, and she watched it fall. She could not have moved fast enough to catch it, but she would have not tried. She should not have tried. She wanted to see it break. The glass hit the wood floor and shattered into 1,000 pieces, and the beads scattered, many coloured among the shards. She thought it was beautiful, and then she started to cry. John had a note sent home to his parents, and when she told him thank you, he had winked at her with an irony beyond his years, and simply said, "For what?" After that, John was allowed to come to her room. She let him play with Stanley and Theodore, watching anxiously the first time he learned to press the buttons and make them move. She would be crushed if he didn't like them, knowing instinctively that it would make her think less of him. They were her family, but John was fascinated as soon as he saw them. He loved her mechanical toys, and so she loved him. 2 years later, behind a tree beside her father's workshop, she almost let him kiss her. And then it happened, and everything ended, at least for Charlie. So there's obviously something going on that means why... What the hell? Okay, hang on. Hang on, why the heck do you wear a hoodie? It's hot. Oh my god, it's happened again. Alright, guys, it's not me. I'm not taking the blame for this, because there's somebody called Vitally. What? I don't know, what was the username on the Roblox forums? I'm not even on the Roblox forums. I don't play Roblox. I'm not on the Roblox forums. I never spam anything. I'm just sat here in a stream reading a book. I've been in here for 1 hour 23 and I haven't looked at my computer screen for about 10 minutes. Right? So, yeah, somebody got 2,000 people to spam the link to this stream on the Roblox forums. I honestly don't know. Like, this has happened like 3 times in one stream. It was some guy named White Hand Weasel. Okay. Thank you for the information. My chair just broke. Everything's going well. I'm just gonna... It wasn't you? Are you sure? Okay. I believe you more than, what's his face? Did they get a bot? Alright, I'm gonna... I just damaged my wall. I have a wheel here. I have a wheel. Woohoo. Alright. Yeah, I don't... Okay. I believe you more than the other guy who spammed whatever. I mean, you're kind of suspicious because you have the same name. Yeah, I kind of believe you. I don't know. I don't know why. I'm pretty mad. And I'm looking at myself on the screen, and it looks like I'm really angry because I'm all red and stuff, or I'm like embarrassed or something. But this is me being sunburnt. Okay, guys, this actually hurts. Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna put the book aside. Okay. For any of you here who came here from the Roblox forums, I didn't put it there. Look at my name. My name is Science Appliance. I am not White Hand Weasel. There might be someone in the chat called White Hand Weasel. We have no proof it was him. It wasn't me. Okay. This happened. Put some aloe vera on it. This happened way before as well. It happened on a FNAF Discord server, and it also happened on Reddit, Five Nights at Freddy's Reddit page. You know, yeah, you're sunburnt because you're a vampire. I try to be serious sometimes, and you guys just don't commit. You know, what I might do, I'm gonna end the stream probably. You see, we're 18 pages through. In 10 minutes, I think I can get through the next 10 pages. That's a page a minute. Jesus, no, probably not. You know, I think I'm going to end the stream. I've been streaming for 1 hour, 1.5 hours. Loads of people are being stupid. So, one reason why I am ending the stream right now is due to people who are very stupid, idiotic, immature, in the chat and all over the websites and stuff. No, I want to listen. Listen. Firstly, I'm gonna do another stream. I'm gonna do another stream later on. Okay, when loads more people are here, because I know a lot of people on my channel. I think I looked at my stats. It was about 70% of people who watch me. Are you serious? Are you actually serious? Alright. I don't believe some people sometimes. I mean, you can happily. Okay, let's say that lettuce. Let's have this discussion quickly. Let's say lettuce is a swear word in a different universe, and I put dots between each letter. Somehow, okay, YouTube won't pick up that it's the word lettuce, will they? But I'm not YouTube, so I can just ban you. So please don't swear or anything, even if it's fake swearing. I mean, F star 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 is alright, but please don't. Just please, like, you're so immature, and there's children here as well, so. Anyway, yeah, I'll probably stream later tonight, and I'm gonna stream like a countdown, I guess, to Ultimate Custom Night. It won't be a countdown, it'll be more of like, yay, Ultimate Custom Night's coming out tomorrow, yay, thank you, bye. But, he's evading the swear filter. Yeah, that's what I mean, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'll do a stream tonight. I don't know if I'll read any more, or if I'll just have a party. I might just set up like a party. Oh, for tonight, do you guys want me to make like a background there? I can make some sort of background like leading up to Ultimate Custom Night. I think that'll be exciting. Anyway, it's been fun. It hasn't. it's been alright, I guess. You know, I come home from my last day, well, my last day at school, and I come home to this, reading a book and banning loads of people. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna set this up or something for tonight. Hopefully, a load of people you will be there. It will probably be 3 hours or so. Hopefully. I'm thinking 3 hours is kind of a good time. That will be 6:40 for me, which would be quite a nice time for me. So yeah, I'm so tired. I've got big throat disorder here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all probably tonight. Goodbye. I need to click stop stream.